All right, welcome to the new media. We back for another episode. Is this episode 5? I think it's episode 5 or 4. I don't know.
4.
I'm kind of dumb. It's 4.
It is
Yep.
4.
Welcome back
I will
to episode
verify, but
4.
I'm 99% sure we're 4.
Hey
Yeah,
man.
baby, episode 4. We back.
Episode 4. We back. So I just want to start off this saying number 1, happy birthday to my mom. Number 2, happy birthday to
Mom.
Light Skin Marvel. Happy birthday to
YDC
YDC.
Marvel.
YDC Marvel, Light Skin Marvel. Shout out to him.
Shout
All
out
the
Marvel.
females, you looking for a loyal, nice African American man?
Find another one.
Find another one. It's crazy. Follow him at YDC_Marvel. Shout out to my mama again.
Follow him at YDC.Marvo.
YDC.Marvo.
YDC.MARVO. Shout out Marvo.
Shout out Marvo. Shout out to my mama too.
Shout out my dad. His birthday on Tuesday.
Shout out his dad. Shout out DJ's father. W Mans, by the way. Anyway, we're going to get right into it, y'all. Today, we're going to be talking about Giannis and his situation with his team and some more Damian stuff. Just because we don't really got a lot of stuff to talk about, but I still think we can make some worth out of this. I think this will still be fun. So, DJ, lead us with the Giannis. What we got going on with Giannis? What we got going on with Giannis?
Let's talk about Giannis. A Mr. Giannis Antetokounmpo, as of today, is eligible for a 3-year, $169 million extension. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I ain't never gonna see that money in my lifetime.
Hey, DJ, don't say that.
Awesome.
Don't say that.
You're right. God did. So, Giannis, you saw his comments, right?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, but I think we should get into that too. His comments, and then we can start talking.
Those are pretty standard comments, I'd say. He went into his whole thing, and he was like, "Listen, guys, listen. If I see that Milwaukee is not coming back to compete, I'm out. Simple as that." He said he likes to stay. He likes Milwaukee. He loves to be in Milwaukee. But if he doesn't think they're competing, he's leaving for a competitor. Regular NBA stuff. But as of today, he's eligible for a 3-year, $169 million extension. And nobody's really sure if he's going to take it. You know?
Do you think he is, DJ?
No. However, I don't necessarily think that means that he will leave Milwaukee.
Yeah. I think this might be kind of put a foot on their neck, kind of put some pressure on him, because I don't think he's going to sign either. I think this is going to be put some pressure on him. But however, I think this does ultimately end up in him leaving, just because what assets do the team have to really improve the roster? What free agents are going to be like, yeah, I want to go play with Giannis, especially with the team situation, the cap situation? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, obviously,
I don't think they need like more big star players, especially. Okay. Their core right now is Giannis, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton. They still have Brook Lopez, right?
Yeah, but you gotta remember he's getting up there.
Yes, but he's still like a great defender.
He's still very serviceable.
That is obviously very, very solid like lineup, and I think, in fact, in my opinion, that is a finals winning team. And
absolutely.
It was. They won the finals.
Absolutely.
21.
I think 21. I think they repeat if Chris doesn't get injured.
And so,
because how the Warriors gonna guard Giannis?
Draymond.
remember people saying he was gonna guard Shaq. He was gonna lock Shaq up.
Draymond.
Draymond Green. He's with the power of what he gonna do. He gonna tackle Giannis. He gonna kick him in the balls.
Draymond Green is the answer to everything, yo.
He's the Swiss Army knife. Sean Marion, who?
Draymond Green. I kid you not, bro. Answer to everything. The I don't know. Give me a random NBA team. The Atlanta Hawks. How are they gonna make the finals? Draymond.
No, the Portland Trailblazers. Remember, he wanted a big three. Dave wanted a big three of Jeremy Grant and Draymond Green and him. That was the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
Call that boy the answer. Draymond the answer, bro.
Draymond, the answer is crazy. We just gonna take AI name like that. That's crazy.
All love to Draymond though. Draymond one of my favorite players.
No, shout out to Draymond.
back to Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree with you there. I do not think he's going to sign this extension because, yes, you're right. This is like a method of saying, hey, either we get stuff done or I'm not coming back, and this is going to make sure that it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I ultimately do think he's going to stay in Milwaukee. I think he
Oh, you
really
think he's gonna
likes
stay?
Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he likes Milwaukee. I
I
think he
wouldn't be
enjoys being
surprised if he
there.
stays.
And I
I'm
think,
I'm 50-50 on this though, because
unlike a certain organization in the the Pacific Northwest, I think, I think, I think the Bucks actually respect their star. You know.
wow, are you throwing shade?
No, I would never throw shade at anybody. I would never throw shade at anybody. Definitely not Mr. Joe Cronin.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Yeah, no,
Huh,
I would never do that. I would never disrespect any NBA organization.
ever, you know what I'm
Shout out
saying?
Portland Trailblazers.
Shout out the Trailblazers, man. Matter of fact, shout out my dog, the greatest NBA player to ever touch a ball, Jeremy Grant, for somehow finessing a bag. Shout out to Jeremy Grant, the
And
greatest. He
never forget
legalized
his
bank robbing. That's what it is. I'm not even hating on him though. Shout out to Jeremy Grant. But
yeah, but
I think what the team needs is more depth. Period. Because we
where do you
saw
where do you
hmm?
see them needing depth? I'm interested. Where do you see them needing depth?
The
I'm gonna look
Bucks.
at the roster real quick.
Yeah, because you got to remember the Heat exposed the mess out of that team, bro. The
Okay.
one game they beat us, they were shooting like the crazy. It was game 2. They shot like something crazy, right?
Mm.
The problem is their half court offense is stale. They need another playmaker. It was very stale. They weren't moving the ball much. Drew's a very good. I think he's an underrated playmaker. I don't think Drew is a bad playmaker by any means, but I think you could definitely get a better one.
I will agree with him being an underrated playmaker, but I don't think he is
Yeah,
a.
I don't think he's the answer to that. No
No,
pun
he's
intended.
not a first roster
But I
playmaker.
think I think they need some more. They need a guard. Like I think would have been perfect with them. Malcolm Brogdon. Malcolm
Okay.
Brogdon on that team. Surprised because he was actually on the team. It's kind of funny. Malcolm Brogdon on that team is exactly what they need. Provide some shooting, play makes very well, come off the
Because
bench.
I mean, I'm looking at their second. I'm looking at their bench unit.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, that's AJ Green,
Mm-hmm.
Malik Beasley, Pat
Mm-hmm.
Connaughton, Jay Crowder, and Bobby Portis.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty decent second unit. I'm not gonna
It's
lie.
okay.
Maybe having
I think
a
of
6-man.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to say, like a 6-man type thing, like a point
Like
guard 6-man. A point guard
who?
six
But
man.
who? I don't think there's what point guard is currently eligible in the
That's
NBA.
what I'm trying to say. I'm saying this is a dream scenario for them. I'm not saying oh
Yeah,
they're a player they can get right now, but I'm saying that's where I see them needing that fit. You know what I'm saying?
I can see Giannis's complaint, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand much what they wanted to do in this
Yeah,
draft.
I don't understand what's going on with that either. We just gonna have to sit and watch like everybody else.
But they're definitely gonna have to. I mean, there's a
Because
lot of teams looking at him right now. Pelicans,
I
Raptors,
mean,
Nets, Knicks. I don't think the Heat are looking at him at all.
obviously
I'm not
I
gonna
know,
lie.
but
We're not interested in
we
him.
have to keep that
I
alive.
could see him on the Knicks.
Definitely, but I think Joel Embiid might be on the Knicks
No,
because you got to remember,
no way.
he opted in, but James Harden is definitely gone after the season, bro. He's not going back there. He's not re-signing. I don't see James Harden re-signing with the 76ers. So I think that definitely I think Joel Embiid might go to the Knicks first. Now, I could be wrong. I don't really care, to be honest with you, because I'm not scared
Yeah.
of the Knicks with either of those players. We gonna still beat the
Either
Knicks.
way, the
They're the
Heat got
Knicks.
it.
Just because um I don't believe Tom Thibodeau is better than
Nope.
and be honest with you, bro, I'm not scared of RJ Barrett. There's only one man on that team I'm scared of, and that's Jalen Brunson. That man was lighting us up. Shout out to Jalen Brunson, bro. I can't even hate on him. He was too nice with it, DJ. That's why I couldn't hate on him. He was too nice with it. It was
He
kind of like
was.
Jokic in the finals. I was like, I can't even hate on him. He's hitting
He
all
was.
these threes. He's moving too smooth. Like I can't even hate on that.
He was cold. He was cold.
He was cold.
But I'm not sure if I ever see Embiid actually going to the Knicks. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, because that's where
I
he
could.
was rumored to go.
I know, but I could see him honestly attracting just stars to him rather.
I could see
Don't
that.
quote me on this. Don't quote me on this.
No, I could see it. I understand what you're saying.
Trae Young.
Trae Young and him would be
Trae Young has
disgusting.
shown some unhappiness in
That would be disgusting.
Atlanta.
That would be
Yeah,
so.
he'd be
That
like
would be.
James Harden, but a better scorer.
That would be disgusting. I think if he goes to that team and they get some defensive pieces around them, not
That's an
them, but
Eastern
mainly
Conference
him.
team. That's an Eastern Conference team.
Oh my God. I don't know if they're beating the Heat, but that's gonna be nasty.
They're not, but that's an Eastern
That's gonna be. And
Conference
if, I think a huge part of Joel Embiid is if he can stay healthy. If
Yeah.
a healthy Joel Embiid, we saw this in 2019.
Uh-huh.
Like that 2019 Sixers team, I think ultimately, like, do you remember that clip with Kawhi?
Yeah.
If Embiid doesn't cut, you see how Ben Simmons was guarding him, and then Embiid kind of cut him off, and that gave Kawhi the window to shoot.
Yeah. Also, Kawhi traveled.
Yeah, that too, but it's whatever. We can't go back and stop the play. But I'm
Yeah.
saying if Embiid if Embiid doesn't cut off and let Ben Simmons do his job, I think they win that game. But it's whatever.
Back to Giannis.
Off topic. Back to Giannis.
I just don't think there's much to say on Giannis. I honestly think
it's speculation. It's all speculation at this point. We don't know.
Listen, a lot of people are saying he could leave. It's 50-50, this and that. I think Giannis likes Milwaukee.
I think he likes Milwaukee, but I'll believe it if I see it. If I see him leave, I won't be like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting that. But if I don't see him leave, I'll be like, okay.
I don't expect Giannis to leave at all.
I think it also depends on this. If before the end of his contract, if we see a decline in any of his key players, that may entice him to leave. If we see like a sharp decline from Chris Middleton, especially because that's the second option. If Chris Middleton experiences a sharp decline in his efficiency, I could see Giannis leaving at that point because unless he attracts another player, because he would need a second option. Giannis needs a second option.
I think the second option is Drew Holiday.
But Drew
I don't
Holiday's
think Middleton is the second option.
Drew Holiday's not that much of a scorer, though. Go ahead.
Okay.
Especially in the playoffs, his scoring tends to drop. I'm not saying he's a bad playoff player by any means. But go ahead.
I'm not saying Drew Holiday is like the best scorer, but I think he's very, very, very underrated as a scorer.
I'll give you that.
Can I read out his averages for last season?
Read them out.
19 points on 48% shooting, 38% from three, 5 rebounds,
that's pretty
7
good.
assists, and a steal. That's pretty good. Let me read out 2021. 7 assists. 7.4.
Okay.
Let me read out 2021.
That's
18 points.
That's pretty good.
50% shooting, 41% from three, 4.5 rebounds, 6.8 assists, almost 2 steals.
That's 21?
Yes, 21.
That explains a lot. That explains a lot.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So honestly, it's not like a huge change in numbers between those 2 seasons, but it shows that he is capable of being an efficient scorer. Like he can shoot the 3. And I've honestly seen games where he's taken it over himself.
Yeah, for sure. I remember he was embarrassing Marcus Smart that one game. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Over Middleton, he is the second option. In my opinion.
I'll take your word on that. But remember, he also said that after his contract, he's gonna retire.
He did.
Yeah, he did say that. This was like a while ago. I think this was right after Jimmy Butler traumatized him. Jimmy Butler traumatized that man. I remember he was saying, yeah, if MJ was there, he couldn't guard him. I was like, oh, what did Larry Bird say to MJ when he dropped 62? It was God disguised Michael Jordan.
God disguised as Michael Jordan. Crazy glazing.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's a crazy thing to say. That's a crazy thing to say. Like he's not LeBron. Like come on, Larry.
He's not.
We apologize to all the old heads listening to this, bro. It's just a joke. Please don't turn off the podcast.
They're gonna go crazy defending Michael Jordan. They're Prince, yo.
Black Jesus. How dare you? That's straight blasphemous though. Calling a man Black Jesus.
He's Black Jesus. It was like when he came in the room, I felt his presence. It was like he was floating on air.
Like pause. As Cameron would say, pause. Hey yo.
Okay.
Anyway.
Tell me you want to kiss him. Like go ahead and kiss him, bro. Like, we already know. Anyway,
all right, DJ. Let's move on to the Dame stuff. I think we kind of
I just want to wrap that up. Giannis, I don't think he's gonna re-sign his extension. No, but I do think he will stay in Milwaukee because I think Milwaukee will respect his wishes and they will get stuff done.
Yeah, I think so.
Milwaukee
I think so too.
shown it before when they brought in Brook Lopez.
I'm gonna say he leaves, but I would not be surprised if he stays. I'm kind of
Okay.
50-50 on it. If he
Okay.
leaves, like I said, I don't think either of us are really gonna be surprised if he leaves, are they?
No, I would not.
But
I would
I
not.
think one thing that he would do is he would set that organization up for a great rebuild.
Yeah.
I don't think Giannis is if he leaves. I think it's gonna be a trade. I don't think he's gonna leave him free agency.
But anyways, let's
But
open up the
whatever.
floor to
To the
Mr. Damian Lillard.
Dame.
All right, y'all.
Yo.
Listen, we've been going through this Damian Lillard stuff for how long, Levi? 2 months?
Like
2.5 months?
2 months, bro. Since like I think it was January 1st or 2nd. I mean not January, July.
June.
It was June.
I think
No,
it
it was
was
July. It
June.
was July.
No,
It
it
was
was
July. It
July. It
was
was
July. It was July.
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 It was July.
I want to say it was the first. It's something, but it
I
was
think it was the first or the second. But
yeah, it was
this is a
first and
joke.
second. It was mad early because I remember free agency was the 30 was the 31st or something like that, the 30th. So
This is a joke. That's
for
all I
two
gotta say.
months
Like this.
is annoying. I think he's definitely coming to the Heat. I think it's a false flag from Portland. Number one, like obviously we know that.
I
Like
want to
I
talk
think
about that false flag that Levi is speaking on. A Mr. Adrian Wojnarowski, which
saying his whole government is crazy. I'm not going.
I'm I'm going to explain to y'all why I really don't like Woj. Okay? Levi, do you remember the stuff with the Brooklyn Nets when KD went to the Suns?
Yeah, they were like, yeah, they traded Kyrie, but don't worry, guys, he's not gonna
And
trade. He
Mr.
said he's not going
Adrian
nowhere.
Wojnarowski was out there putting his whole legacy on the line, saying, "Listen, KD is staying. KD is staying. It's not happening. KD is staying." And you know why? The Nets
Why?
GM was filling his pockets to say that
Mm. Oh
the
yeah, so we
entire
could get the
time.
price for Durant up.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Nets GM.
once a player demands a trade openly, it hurts their value. Like,
Yep.
yeah, you
Nets
can't.
GM
You
was
know,
filling his pockets. So now,
yeah, because I actually
now,
have it. I actually have the screenshot right here.
once again,
Yeah,
Adrian Wojnarowski has said, he said this: the talks for trades have intensified, but there's no trade imminent. Portland is talking to teams that have interest in Lillard, but they're apparently talking to lots of teams who want to get involved in a bigger deal.
yeah.
But none of that involves Miami. Portland is exhausting all those conversations this week,
I'm not gonna lie. When I
right?
saw that, when I read that, yeah, when I read that, I laughed.
When I read that,
I
I was like,
laughed.
yeah, this man is paid. This man is paid.
Nah,
There's no
because
other way to put it.
I think that number one, he doesn't have any sources in the Heat. So this is a little bit of speculation, you guys, but because we obviously don't have any, we can't go through his bank account and be like, yeah, this is Joe Cronin right here selling him 5K to tell him this stuff. No,
But
like
he's
we
known
can
like
obviously, yeah, he's known
we
for
know
doing stuff.
this. We know this.
Yes,
He's known for taking money from GMs
absolutely,
to help them out. This right
absolutely,
here is a PR stunt by the
absolutely.
Portland Trailblazers front office
Yeah,
to make it to. Okay, I'm going to share my opinion on this. Also, me and Levi, we did hear this on that podcast, the 5 Reasons Sports, where
yeah.
even
Five
the
on the
guy who was
floor,
five on the
five
floor,
on the floor. Yep.
the
Shout
guy
out to
who
everybody on five on
ran
the floor.
the Blazers podcast, in fact, was on there as a guest star, and he mentioned that Woj is being paid by the Blazers GM to put out news for them. So me and you know this, but
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just gonna say it. I think personally right now, the Blazers are in a position where they have a trade prepared with Miami and another team. Levi, who was
Phoenix,
dropping dimes saying?
Phoenix,
Phoenix. Was there a
Phoenix.
14?
He didn't say the 14, but he said it would definitely could go up to 4. But that 14 would
Yeah.
most likely be taking Hero if there was a 4-team trade,
Okay. I
and
heard
we
there was
would
a
be
rumor
giving
that
him
it might be
space.
the Raptors.
Nah, the Raptors want Dame. They're not going to be
Okay.
involved to facilitate. Well, actually, they're saying Hero might go there, but I think the Heat are going to do
Interesting.
right by Hero and try to send him to Brooklyn because that's where they said his preferred destination was. I can't
Interesting.
imagine the Heat just sending him somewhere just to send him somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? Because I
But
don't think that'd be great for the organization. But
yes.
go ahead.
So, in my opinion, what I think is happening right now, in fact, is there is a trade prepared, and it's gonna be really funny if by the time we send out, but by the time we send out this podcast, Davis traded. But whatever.
If Dame gets traded before this podcast is published, we are going to edit it and talk about that.
Yeah,
We're
we're
probably gonna
uploading two.
scrap this whole thing and we're just gonna talk about Dame. Yeah,
We're gonna upload 2 podcasts or
yeah, we're
something.
gonna
But
load
I
two
think
podcasts
it's
back to back.
I think currently there is a Dame trade prepared between the
Absolutely,
Heat, the
absolutely.
Trailblazers, and a third team.
I think
And I
like yeah. Go ahead, my bad.
and I think the Trailblazers they have it and they really just don't want to do it. They do not want to get into that trade with Miami, and so they're having Woj release statements saying, "Oh, the Trailblazers are talking to other teams. The Trailblazers have found a lot of teams with a lot of interest. There's so many teams that are interested because the
Yeah,
Trailblazers are literally like, please, somebody, please come trade with us, please,
yeah,
please,
you know what I'm
anybody but
saying.
Miami.
There's so many teams, right, DJ?
Oh,
Where
there's
to
so many
trade at?
teams.
Where to
They're
trade
all
at?
there. They're
Like
all there.
DJ, look. Do you remember how Durant was like, I want to go to Miami or Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
You saw how fast they traded with Phoenix?
Yeah.
You want to know why? Because
Why?
they had a better deal.
Exactly.
We wasn't giving up. We didn't have like I think if the Heat did shell it all out for KD, we may have gotten him. I think our picks would have definitely been better than Phoenix's,
Mm-hmm.
but especially in the future, I think our picks are going to be better than Phoenix's. But because Devin Booker, I think is still young enough to they can rebuild around him and still, you understand what I'm saying, and still probably have a solid team in a few years after all this stuff is said and done.
Uh,
But I don't even think we would have got him if we would have did all that. And you want to know why? Because they had a way better deal than us. They had a better package. They sent them two great young players in Cam. Wait, no, not. Wait, what's his name? Mikal Bridges. And what's the dude that shoot a lot of threes? The light skinned dude with the
Cam
puffy hair,
Johnson?
huh?
Is it Cam Johnson?
I think it's Cam Johnson because I almost got him confused with
Pretty
the
sure it's Cam
other
Johnson.
Cam on the team, the one that be
Yeah,
lighting
it's
it up.
Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson. All right, bet.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, they had two great young pieces that we even saw in the finals in those playoff runs playing solid minutes. And we got Mikal Bridges out here. He might be an all-star next season. He looking like he could be a first option, like he could lead the team. So, hey, I'm not even mad at them for not trading with us. That was good for them. Like when we didn't get
Just
KD, I was like, oh man, Pat Riley, because that didn't make no sense.
right now, the Blazers.
They don't have anything. That's
They
a
don't.
point we're trying to make with this, guys. They
They
don't
don't have
have
anything.
anything to
And
really,
they
yeah,
they've been saying this all summer. In
all
fact,
summer, bro,
they've been
all
saying this
summer.
all summer. There's so many teams that want to trade with us right now. There's so many teams. They all
Like,
want to trade with us, but
look,
nothing's working out. It's just the Heat, and they have the worst option on the table. There's no
everybody's
trade.
been
There's no
talking about
teams.
the Heat
There's no
offer.
teams.
Everybody's been talking about the Heat offer, but haven't seen one team with valuable assets saying take everybody except for Jimmy and Bam, and we'll work it out.
Are the other teams in the room with us right now, Levi? Are the
I
other
don't know.
teams that the
I don't
Blazers are
know.
looking
Are
for
you
in the room
hearing
with us right
voices?
now?
Are you hearing
Like,
voices? Are you? Because I'm hearing them, but I'm not seeing them. What's going
and
on? The walls are
it's just
closing in.
it's just been a very long saga currently.
Long saga, like,
It's been
and
a very long saga currently that
DJ, do you want to comment on that video I sent you, or you wanna talk about that?
nah, I don't want to comment on that, to
He
be
said
honest.
no, but I don't even want to
I
get on.
don't
I don't even want
I
to get
don't
hard
really
right now.
enjoy that guy that much, but
We not
yeah.
even gonna get into it. But I also want to talk about this. I don't
Mhm.
think this is going to affect any type of player empowerment. I don't think this is um even super crazy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think this is like, oh my god, guys, we're gonna have players signing supermaxes and leaving teams. 9 times out of 10, when a player signs a supermax deal
Mhm.
to the caliber of Damian Lillard, the GMs in the front office isn't that stupid. For example, we saw Paul George sign a 5-year extension with the team.
Okay.
He was unhappy the year later, and they traded him no problems. They got a major haul for him. But you want to know why they got such a big haul for Paul George? Was because
Why?
Paul George went to the GM, they had a conversation, and the GM said, okay. He didn't lie to him and tell him we were going to get players. He didn't lie to him and say all that stuff. Because when a player says they want to go, they want to go. Let them go and get what you
Exactly.
can for him.
And
And
when
he
they
traded
want to
him
go,
to
they will
his
go.
place of choice. And how much? I'm gonna look up how much. I'm gonna look up that trade right now. I'm gonna look up the Paul George trade because they got a lot for that.
Listen, uh, I think
Paul
right
George
now,
said LSU. Um,
just
Let me look. I'm trying to look at everything they traded because they got a haul for this. Um, it's Paul George. He went to the Clippers, and OKC got Shea. They got Danilo Gallinari. They got a 22 first round pick, a 24 first round pick, a 26 first round pick, 2021 first round pick. They got the Miami 2023 first round pick, lottery protected. They got LA. They got a pick swap in 2023, and they got a pick swap in 2025. You want to know how they got that for him? Because they kept it quiet. They agreed to trade him, and they engaged with the team that he wanted to go to, and they didn't make it public until it was already done. Paul George. People are complaining about Dame not being a good sport when he like I don't understand why people don't like if we know Dame for being this outstanding guy, this don't run from the grind guy, if we see him acting in this way, something had to happen in that organization that made him change his stance so
and
wildly from the person we've seen before. But go ahead, DJ.
you and me both know what happened in that situation. We know. Me and Levi, we did some research on it. Apparently, Dame signed that big contract, which a lot of people were like, "Oh, if you don't want to stay at Portland, why sign that big contract?" But that wasn't the deal. Dame was told, "Okay, sign another contract with us, and listen, we are going to set you up to win. We're going to set you up to make some deep playoff runs. Let's try to get to the finals." Dame, because the Blazers had tanked. I think it was for the past 2 seasons before that. And Dame
Yeah.
was like, "Fine, I'll accept this, but this year I want to win." And the Blazers said, "Listen, we'll set you up, sign this contract, stick it out with us, and we're gonna help you out." And so Dame signed that huge contract. And so the Blazers promised, they were like, "Okay, we're gonna set you up with pieces." When it came time, the Blazers had the third pick, and Dame was like, "Listen, I want you guys to trade this to get pieces." And the Blazers said, "No, we're gonna wait till the draft because what if we get Wemby? If we get Wembenyama,
Yeah.
obviously we're not gonna trade him." And Dame was like,
We're
"Okay, that
not we're
makes
not
sense."
having this conversation if they get Wembanyama. I wouldn't even
Yeah,
be mad at
it
them
wouldn't
if they
make
got
it wouldn't make
Wembanyama.
sense. It wouldn't make sense.
That
But
that that would have been like okay, but
it's from the
imagine if they traded that Wembanyama pick though.
yeah.
The
There's no way.
haul they're getting for that, even if it doesn't make sense trade him, the haul they're getting for that is
n-
something insane.
No
I
way
think
would
I
do
think
that.
I think even Sam Presti picking up the phone for that.
No way.
But that's a topic for another day.
But
I think that yeah, go ahead.
what I was saying was Dame. Dame was like, "Listen, if you guys get Wembanyama, it makes sense. Keep it. Anything less than that, trade it. Bring in more players because I
Yeah,
want a
because I
team
want
I
to
could run
win.
around."
I don't even care if it's like he was like, look, he wasn't like trying to form a big three like
Hmm.
LeBron and D Wade and Bosh. He just wanted to be competitive. He just wanted a
Yeah.
chance, like how we saw the Miami Heat. Like, look, we didn't really have. I don't think we even had a championship roster. We were very competitive though. We definitely proved to everybody that we could do it. You know what I'm saying? Not we. I mean the team is. I don't play basketball, but I think that he just wanted a chance, and they couldn't even do that.
And so what happened with the Blazers was they drafted Scoot, and
Shout out
Dame
to
said,
Scoop, bro.
"That was Scoot," and Dame said, "Trade him." Dame has no issues with Scoot. In fact,
Yeah,
from what I've heard, like they actually do like each other. Dame has been training with him a
yeah.
little bit. Dame has
So
no issues with Scoot, but it's
because it's
business.
not the beef
Dame
with
was like,
him.
"Listen,
Yeah, it's with the team.
trade Scoot, bring in some players," and the Blazers said, "Nah." And that situation happened. It was just back to back line. They told
Yeah.
Dame, "Hey, we're not going to rebuild. We're going to trade our picks and bring in players." They didn't do that. They got Scoot.
Mm.
They said they would trade Scoot. They didn't do that. It's just it was the lying to him. Dame likes Portland.
He
We
loves
know
Portland.
this.
He literally
Dame
said
likes
in an
Portland.
ideal world, he does not want to leave. He says in a
Exactly.
perfect world, he plays in Portland for his whole career.
Dame
But
prefers to stay in Portland, but it's just been like the constant lying by the organization. And this isn't a good look for their organization. We are in the era
yeah,
of player empowerment ever since
you
2011.
do not want to
I'm
look
gonna take
bad.
my
Yeah,
talents to South Beach.
yeah.
Ever since that, we're in a
He made
era of
it.
player
Yeah,
empowerment. When players want to
you
go somewhere,
can't.
you
They're
send
gonna
them there.
go. And I think it's this. Like, look, players often, well, people are really taking a side of the team on this one. I find that quite strange. They're like, oh, he gets paid millions of dollars. Why should we care? Suck it up and play. I'm like,
He was lied to.
He was lied to. They
He was
lied to
lied
him.
to. They lied to him.
They lied to him. Like I don't understand why you can't find a way to have some like to understand where he's coming from. Yada yada. Because look, I would be saying this exact same thing even if it wasn't him coming to the Heat. Because I like Dame so much. Period.
Yeah.
I would love to see him win anywhere. Period. I don't care. Like I want to see him win. He's a player that I want to see on the brightest stage. Because let's not act like Damian Lillard in the finals isn't going to be electric basketball. Like that's pure hooping at its finest. Let's be honest. DJ, let's be real. That's pure hooping at its finest, bro. Now with Dame and Butler, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? With Dame, Butler, you know what I'm saying? With Bam, those pick and rolls gonna feed families. They are.
Gonna feed families.
Gonna feed families.
Just basically, listen. This currently my opinion on everything. Blazers, they haven't respected Dame at all in this situation.
And they also don't know what they're doing with the organization.
They don't know what they're doing. They don't know their direction.
They didn't pick a rebuild. They're trying to compete. They're trying to sell. They're trying to buy. When they traded CJ McCollum and all those other pieces to where they wanted to go and they didn't send, and then now they're not sending Dame, I think that sets a bad precedent. And even though people are saying, like, people tried to bring up the point that the team is likely going to get sold, there's likely going to be a different GM, all that stuff, right? Even if that is the case, I still don't think that those players are going to stay. Because you have to understand, the face of the organization is the Portland Trailblazers. Is the team moving? Is the team going to take a different name?
Probably not.
Exactly. Because unless it's going to be a D-Wade situation where they come back and they're like, hey, I'm sorry, yada yada. Even if it is, because I guarantee you, even if the team got sold while D-Wade was gone, if the new team reached out to D-Wade, the new members of the Miami Heat, let's say this was supposed to happen, and they reached out to D-Wade and apologized, D-Wade would have probably came back. If they tried to get him back and apologize, he still would have felt some type of way, even if there was new people running the office. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a college student. What do I know?
And so listen, I just want to talk to our viewers. I just want to say this. I'm just gonna say exactly what Damian Lillard's cousin, in fact, said, and what Damian Lillard's cousin tweeted out. Whatever Woj is saying, whatever Woj is saying, don't believe it.
Just don't.
Because
I believe this trade gets done. I don't know if it's gonna get done tonight, done tomorrow. It's getting done before training camp for sure. It's getting done before training camp.
Insiders, they get paid by organizations to make the organization look good. Yeah. Right now, Blazers, they're paying Woj to say stuff, so the Blazers look like they actually tried.
Yeah, because they're trying to scare the Heat, which I don't understand. I don't understand why. They did
Pat Riley's the GOAT.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like we're discussing a dude that coached the Magic Johnson. We're discussing a dude that waited until remember when we got Alonzo Mourning, that was the day before the season started. When we got Alonzo Mourning here, that was the day before the season started.
Put it this way. We are discussing the most successful sports person ever. Do you understand this? He won rings as a player. He won rings as a coach. And he has won rings,
as a player?
Yes.
What team was he on when he won a ring? I'm being so serious.
Pretty sure it was the Lakers.
Oh. Okay.
He won 5 championships as a coach. 4 with the Lakers. One with the Heat as a coach. And then he as an executive.
Wow.
9 championships. 9 championships. He has appeared in 25% of all NBA finals in history. I want to say that
he won in 72. I wonder what team.
There is no person more experienced in the NBA than Pat Riley.
No, I don't think so at all.
I have zero worries. The Blazers, their organization it's dysfunctional. It's not well led. Pat Riley, he's the godfather. I think the trade will happen within the next couple of days.
Absolutely. I think it's happening before media day. Now, I don't know whether Hero stays or not. It's leaning towards Hero is staying. If he does stay, I think that definitely is just going to be crazy. Because if Hero can come off the bench and lead that bench unit, God have mercy on the souls.
Trade is currently in the works right now.
Sure.
I think this trade is happening right now.
It is.
And the Blazers are really just trying to make their last ditch efforts.
For sure.
But it's just like
done.
It's coming to
It's
Miami.
whatever. And this isn't any disrespect to any Portland fans either. I know y'all just want to see y'all team succeed. You know what I'm saying? I can relate to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But I think if you really the fan of Dame, you would just want to see him win wherever. Like, I guarantee you right now, if Jimmy Butler requested a trade and said, "Hey, I want to go play with Dame in Portland," I'd be like, "All right, bet, Jimmy, go ahead." Because
I would not.
I know you a top tier hater. You a top tier hater. I'm talking about normal people, not people that hate on Chris Paul for no reason. I don't even know why he hate Chris Paul.
I no longer hate Chris Paul.
Whoa. Are you Draymond Green today for real?
I am delivered.
I
I no
am
longer hate Chris
delivered.
Paul.
I am not Dame. I am delivered.
I no longer hate Chris Paul. Okay,
That's
he's not that bad of a
crazy.
guy. I think he's still a bum player, but he's not that bad of a guy.
Yeah, DJ definitely got cloned. I don't know this guy.
But yeah. Who cloned Tyrone? Great movie on Netflix, by the way, y'all.
I need to watch that. But yeah.
Yo, it was good. It was good.
It was
but,
good.
I just don't think the listen, Blazers disorganized, dysfunctional. Miami's got it. I just want to say to all our Heat fans out there, which all of you should be.
For sure.
It's happening.
Best organization. Why not?
I can't like Levi said, we don't know if Hero's staying. It's happening though.
Yeah, it's happening. I don't know if Caleb Martin is staying. They're saying they might trade him too.
Yeah, I mean, the most likely trade pieces is Duncan, Lowry, Martin, and Hero, and Jovic and Giannis, which is
just Hawkes. We keeping Jovic. We keeping Jovic. We keeping Jovic.
We can try.
We keeping Jovic. I want to keep Jovic.
You can try. Keep running your little trade scenarios on Fanspo, dog.
But yeah, y'all. I think this is DJs. Do you have anything else, or you want to wrap this up?
Don't trust Woj.
Nah, don't trust Woj.
Don't trust
Shout
Woj.
out to Shams, man.
Shout out Shams. Shout out Chris Haynes.
Oh yeah, shout out Chris Haynes.
I'm letting all our followers know. You will know that Damian Lillard is being traded either through Chris Haynes or dropping dimes.
Probably or Woj. I don't know. Woj.
Nope, not Woj.
I believe the Blazers will tell him so that way he can get in front of it and be like, the Blazers tried very hard to find the you know what I'm talking about.
Joe Cronin, such a capable general manager, did his best, but the evil Miami Heat were giving him slop.
So he did the best he did, and he turned dust into diamonds. He did this offseason.
Riley was giving him damn mud from the Everglades.
Like this is what I'm talking about.
Cronin.
This is what I'm talking about. But to everybody's listening, I think the trade is likely going to be between Miami, Phoenix, and Portland. I think it's and plus a fourth team, whoever wants to take Hero. I think.
Jones.
Man, shout out James Jones, bruh. Carroll City legend.
Phoenix Suns general manager.
Phoenix Suns general manager. What happened between him and the Heat, DJ? Do you remember that? They said like he had some beef with the Heat organization or something. But either way, shout out to James Jones, man. Double J. J two times. Because what's happening is they are trying to swap Ayton for Nurkic, which number one, I think would be good just because number one, Ayton doesn't look happy on that team, period. He needs a new scenario. That meltdown he had with Monty Williams, I don't think you can ever really recover from that. Do you understand what I'm saying, DJ? Especially that game 7. That was a disgusting game 7. Like if I've ever seen one.
I just think he
really
needs out.
He needs out. I don't think he's a bad basketball player. I just think that situation is just not good for him, period. He needs to be on a different team with some different people. I think Portland could be a good scenario for him. Worst case scenario, he could probably get traded from there too after a few years. But I think he's going to get some more touches on that team. He's definitely allowed to develop more of it as a player because you got to remember on Portland, he was kind of put into a box because they had all these other people and he couldn't really develop into who he could be. I think he could be a great rim protector. He's quite athletic. You know what I'm saying? He's moving around. He's a good scorer at heart. I feel like when he wants to, he can be. But yeah, I think Lowry definitely gets moved. If Hero doesn't get moved, it's gonna be Lowry, Robinson, probably Martin, Picks, Hawkes, and Jovic if that doesn't happen. Unfortunately, because I would like to keep both the young guys, but it's Dame. It's Dame. So, but if we can keep one of them, which I think we probably could, just because I think the Heat can kind of stand their ground on some things. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I believe that. I believe that this is the same dude that got Shaq to Miami in a 14 trade, bro. I'm not doubting this guy. I'm gonna let him rock. I'm gonna let him rock. Your glass is kind of yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
but
Bones.
but yeah, I think that's it. DJ, what about you?
Don't trust Woj. That's all I
Don't
got, baby.
trust Woj.
Yep.
Anyway, I want to thank all y'all for tuning in for
Yes,
episode
sir.
4.
Once
Happy
again,
birthday to
happy
my
birthday,
mom. Happy birthday to my
Marvo
mom.
and my dad.
You just not
Levi's
gonna say happy
mom,
birthday to my mom?
Marvo, and my dad. Levi's mom,
Yes.
Marvo, and my dad.
All
Cuz.
right. Shout happy birthday to YDC Marvel.
Yes, sir.
Um, you a real one. Thank you for tuning into the podcast. All y'all have a good night. God bless.
Peace.